right, we are live from Maryville University Hockey Center for Game 3, the final game of group play here at the Veterans Cup. Kirkwood rebounded from their Game 1 loss to the Rockets with a big comeback victory over Chesterfield this morning. Kirkwood did take a 1-0 lead at Pacific against Chesterfield, but then found themselves chasing the game most of the way after Chesterfield took a lead, had a 2-goal lead in the third period multiple times, but Kirkwood really rallying, finding an extra gear, and pulling off the comeback, not only to equalize, but very importantly, pulling ahead late for the win, keeping their championship hopes alive. It's not a clean win and you're in situation tonight, because on the other rink at the same time as this game, Chesterfield and the Rockets are playing each other. Kirkwood needs the Rockets to win that game, and in that case, this would be a win and you're in situation for Kirkwood. However, if Chesterfield beats the Rockets and Kirkwood wins here against the Chargers, then we're going to have 3 teams tied at 2-1 for only 2 championship spots. And in that scenario, it will come down to goal differential. So without knowing what's going on the other rink, Kirkwood has to operate as if they need as many goals as they can get tonight, because they are coming into this game -1 in goal differential. Maybe their coaches will be able to get updates, and if they find out that the Rockets are winning comfortably, then they don't have to worry about goal differential anymore. But until that happens, Kirkwood not only needs a win, they need to win big. It's kind of like the Ice Hawks and Mighty Ducks. It isn't worth winning if you can't win big. Is the cheer from the villain team in Mighty Ducks. But the Chargers from Mount Pratt, Illinois, in the Chicagoland area, the first team Kirkwood is facing all year outside of their league. And the puck is on the ice, and we are underway. Kirkwood getting the first offensive zone shift. Goes behind the goal. They switch sides. That's Jackson getting it on goal. Goalie doesn't cover, keeps it live. Now Chargers coming out of the zone into Kirkwood territory. Now in front of the goal and off a skate. That could have been dangerous. Could have deflected into their own goal there. But Kirkwood does get it out. And now they come with speed. Open shot coming. Scores! David Kukla. Or excuse me, I missed the jersey number. That is my mistake. Jaden Lowry on the shot there. The 79 looking like a 28 to me. Jaden Lowry on the goal. Clean shooter shot on the pass from Jackson, his brother. They connected for the first goal this morning. And they do it again here to open the scoring this evening. Kirkwood jumping out to a 1-goal lead, as they often do. Will skates in with speed, but offsides. So Jaden set up his brother Jackson for the first goal this morning. This time Jackson returns the favor, sets up his brother for the opening goal. Is here, the Chargers are in on net. Rory sprawling out to keep the puck out. Now Kirkwood breaks out. Will skating in. Tries to drop it to the point. Chargers take it away. Now they skate in. There's David coming in on the forecheck. Chargers dump it back in. Bodie gets it behind his goal. And we're gonna have a whistle. Looks like a trip signal from the referee. And that is David going to the box. So David called for a trip. Chargers will get the first power play of the game. Kirkwood shaking the board, 1-0. Bodie hits it high off the glass and out. Chargers trying to come back in on the power play. It sneaks across the line. And now Jacob will chase it on the forecheck, shorthanded. Chargers coming back up the ice. Oh, and we're gonna have a 5-on-3 for Northwest Chargers. As the penalty box door opens again, David's gonna have company in there as Aiden Lamb will join him. And Chargers will have a 5-on-3 power play for a full minute. Here we go, 5-on-3 power play for the Chargers. Down 1-0 to Kirkwood. Taking it out of the corner. Now Jacob skates it around his own goal. Does get it out. And Jacob chases it into the neutral zone. Puck goes back behind the goal. Held in at the point. Centered to the wing. Makes a move. Shoots. Rory's there for the save. Well, 23 seconds left on David's power play. That will end the 5-on-3. And then the Chargers will still have another half a minute of normal power play, 5-on-4. Long stretch of 5-on-3 here for the Chargers. As it's picked off. That's Liam Gale skating forward, shorthanded. Chargers take it back. 7 seconds left on David's penalty. So David comes out of the box now. Chargers still up a man, 5-on-4 for 24 seconds. Puck is switched to the other far boards. Up ahead now. Skating in. Making a move. Centering. Covered by Rory with 8 seconds left on Aiden Lamb's penalty. So Kirkwood doing a good job killing off the minute-long 5-on-3 and still have 8 seconds left to kill now of 5-on-4. Leading 1-0 early here on the goal by Jaden Lowry. And Kirkwood returns to full strength. Skating in. Puck goes behind the goal. Chargers grab it there in the corner. Kirkwood forecheck coming forward, stealing the puck back. Bodie in on goal. Saved by the goalie. Here come the Chargers. Puck squirts loose. Coming up the near boards. That's Jackson. He loses the puck. Chargers dump it in deep behind the goal. Centered into the slot. Shooting, scoring. Chargers equalize. Tying the game 1-1. Forward was all alone in the slot. Got the puck with time to think about it before he shot. Ripped it right past Rory, and they tie the game 1-1 here with 7.5 minutes left in the first period. So Kirkwood kills off a minute of 5-on-3 plus another 30 seconds of 5-on-4, but then give up the full strength goal 5-on-5 as the Chargers got it in deep there, found the centering pass into the slot. Unmarked man there camped out in front of the crease. Another centering pass, just misses the mark, wasn't ready for it, but that was very dangerous. Makes a move into the slot, loose puck, picked up by Leo. Skating forward into the offensive zone, shooting, block shot. Blake bangs it back in, now supported by Aiden. Long shot goes to the end boards. Back to Will at the point. He sends it forward into the low slot. Chargers get it back. Now disrupted by Bryson Centers. Loose. Still on the ice. Coming in, shooting. Behind the goal. Big pressure from Kirkwood here. Great shift. Sustained possession and sustained attack. But now the Chargers will get the exit. They gain the center line and just dump it in. Tired legs on defense after that long shift. They needed that change badly. As Aiden collects it in his own end. David switches it over to Sam. Now Sam sends it forward. Forecheck coming in for Kirkwood. Chargers do get out. Stopped at the blue line. And they come in off sides now. So we are tied 1-1 with 4:55 left in the first period. Jackson and Jaden Lowry hooking up for the first goal of the game for Kirkwood. Here we go, there's David skating forward, breaking through the defense, but puck squirts all the way to the end boards. He chases it down, goes into the corner, and puck is sent all the way out and all the way down. It is whistled for icing. After that Lowry connection for the Kirkwood goal, Stars did kill off a minute of 5-on-3 and then half a minute of 5-on-4, but then surrendered the full strength goal to the Chargers, finding an unmarked man in the slot. as puck comes back across the line for offsides. Quick peek at the scoreboard for you. Shots close, 5-3. Chargers leading that tally with the extended power play time. As Bodie tries to shoot it off the glass, does get it out now. Jaden chasing on the forecheck. Chargers go behind their own net, passing it up. Stolen by Liam. Chargers will go the other way, back around their net to the near boards. Bodie holding the line. Now the Chargers come out. We do have a whistle. Trip signal from the referee. This will be Kirkwood's first turn on the power play as Chargers go into the box for the trip. So we'll see what the Kirkwood power play can do as they get their first turn with the man advantage. Liam taking the draw for Kirkwood. Jackson chases it into the corner. Wins the puck, but Chargers win it back behind their own goal. Kirkwood retakes it, centers, loose, off the post. Bodie chases it back to his own end, switches it over to Jaden. Great look at goal for Kirkwood off the initial face-off for the power play. As they've got more zone time here. Back to the point, that's Bodie loading it up off a face mask. Supporting it, shooting it. That was Aiden Lamb. Save is made. Kirkwood still has 43 seconds left on the power play. The initial shift, though, with the man advantage, puck changed possession several times on this side of the ice. Kirkwood winning it back before the Chargers could get it out. Big save there. Blocker save, stretched out. Gavin into the low slot. Where's the puck? It's still loose. No! Puck comes back out to Gavin, and the referee whistles it as covered. Mistake from the referee there. Puck was clearly loose. You can see it in front of the pads from our angle. The referee was behind the goalie, so couldn't see it, and whistled it dead as it slid out to open ice. Big break for the Chargers there, as Gavin was waiting for it, ready to load up a wrister. And now Blake does. Again, hard shot off the pads. Chargers goalie doing well to keep it out so far here on this very good power play. 10 seconds left of the man advantage for Kirkwood. Leo skating in. Makes a move into the slot. Loses the puck. And Chargers will return to full strength. Have a little bit of a break here into Rory's glove. So Kirkwood's power play, first of the game, goes scoreless, but not for lack of effort. They were peppering the goal there with the man advantage. Several really good saves out of the Chargers goalie because Stars were shooting. Is here. David picks it off and carries it out. Chargers take it right back. Now Sam skating ahead. Sends it behind the goal. David there centering. Misses. Jacob. It comes back down. Goalie paddles it away in front. Now it's covered. You can see Even after that was covered, referee a little hesitant to blow the whistle after the mistake earlier in the same scenario. But that one was indeed covered. As they battle forward in the face-off circle. Now into the corner. Jacob centering. That's David in front. Shooting. The Chargers breaking out, switching it. Bodie tries to knock it off the boards. Can't get it out. It goes behind the goal. Aiden on the puck. Up ahead now. No icing. Won't even make it to the end line. So here comes David on support. Back to Blake. Again to Blake. Now down low. Chargers on the puck. Missing their mark on the exit pass. Blake will get to it first. Now David skates it in. He's got Sam open in the slot. Finds him. Shoots. Scores! 5-hole goal from Sam Hughes. David Kukla connecting with Sam Hughes for the go-ahead goal. 2-1 Kirkwood. Sam was wide open in the slot. David kept his head up and found him. Perfect tape-to-tape pass. And Sam found the 5-hole for the go-ahead goal. 2-1 Kirkwood. As we have 20 seconds left in the first period. Chargers trying to get something going. Lose the puck. Kirkwood coming the other way. Up ahead to Jackson. He's got 4 seconds. Shot coming. Scores! Beating the buzzer with 1 second left on the clock. Liam Gale. To show you the scoreboard, 1.2 seconds left as Liam rips it into the back netting. And Kirkwood exploding late here in the first period. Turns a 1-1 game into a 3-1 advantage heading into the first intermission. So that changes the script on this game in a hurry. We were looking at a tie game going into this break. Kirkwood needing a win to keep their championship hopes alive. We're staring down the barrel of a 1-1 game at the first break, but 2 quick goals late in the frame give them the commanding 3-1 advantage. And as we talked through in the pregame, goal differential could be a big factor here if Chesterfield beats the Rockets, forcing a 2-1 tie between 3 teams. It will come to goal differential for those 2 championship slots. We don't know what's happening on the other side of this building right now. If the Rockets win, then Kirkwood just needs a clean victory by any score to get through. But if Chesterfield wins, Kirkwood will need a big win, big meaning margin of victory. So not only breaking the tie, but pushing out to a 2-goal lead is a big deal for them right now without knowing what's happening on the other rink. As we get set for the second stanza, Liam, the goal scorer, takes the draw. Jaden on the puck. He got the first goal for Kirkwood. You can see this is a big line for the Stars. Puck comes back to Aiden. It does get out and into neutral ice. Puck pops up. Now Jaden chases it down. Chargers break out. Nice recovery. Still battling for it here on the near boards. Chargers winning the battle on the boards, but now taken back by Aiden. Loose in the corner. Out to Jaden. Chargers dump it back in. Goes into the corner now behind the goal. Aiden's got it for Kirkwood. He passes it up ahead. Stolen by the Chargers. Now a battle for it on the far boards. Coming in through the face-off circle. Centering on the back door. Rory closes it. Still loose on the side, and we're going to have a penalty here against Kirkwood. Rory with a big save as that pass went to the back post. Open man. Rory was there to shut the door, but Kirkwood called for its third penalty of the game. Will give the Chargers another power play. They win the draw, back to the point, thought about a slap shot, now takes one. It goes wide and behind the goal. Gavin passing it out of the zone. Now Bryson coming in, shorthanded 2-on-none for Kirkwood. Oh. 2 Stars got behind the defense, shorthanded. Now the Chargers come the other way, 3-on-2 for them. Centering it, but only white jerseys are there. Now coming in on a deep pinch into the corner. Centering. It did drop in the slot, but bounced through. Makes a move. Sticking with it, goes behind the goal. Now back behind the goal. Gavin gets a stick to it. Chargers take it back. Centering. Leo is there for Kirkwood. He skates it out. 25 seconds on the Aiden Lamb penalty. His second of the game. And Chargers skating it forward. They had a man on the blue line who fell down. Otherwise, he would have been wide open for a breakaway pass. Now it's out to Leo. Stars return to full strength. Leo's away. Shoots from the top of the face-off circle. Gloved behind the goal. Stars hold the line. Shoot it back in down low. Battle for it in the corner. Chargers shooting it out off the boards. Back to Kirkwood. Bodie up ahead to Jacob. Skating it in. Shooting. Saved. Kirkwood holding it in. Jacob back on the puck. Making some moves with the stick. Over to Will. Shooting. Off the side netting. Optical illusion made it look like it might have been a goal. But it hit the outside of the net, not the inside. As Chargers pass it out to neutral ice. Kirkwood taking it right back. Now the Chargers come in on the offensive zone. Kirkwood wins it back. That's Aiden skating with speed. Behind the defense. Shooting. Just wide of the post on the rebound. Goalie made the initial save and it bounced on the wrong side of the iron. Centering to David. Big save by the Chargers. David wide open on the back post. It did get onto his tape, and he ripped a wrister, but a big glove save by the Chargers keeps us at 3-1. 8:12 left in the second stanza. Liam taking the draw back to Blake. Gavin ahead to Jackson. Into the low slot, that's Jaden. They battle for it. 2-on-2 in the corner. Chargers come away with it. Skating with speed into the offensive zone. Blake getting back on defense to break it up. Blake again, sending it up the boards to Jaden. Over to Liam, out to Jackson. Skating 1-on-2, makes a move into the slot, another one, backhand, save. This goalie from North Side Chicago is very impressive here tonight. Kirkwood does lead 3-1, but it could be a much bigger margin than that without the quality play between the pipes from this goalie. They have been under heavy fire from Kirkwood all night long. Many high danger chances have been kept out. Big shot coming, another big save. Now Chargers get some room to skate, but they lose the puck to Aiden. Now breaking through. Bodie back on defense, makes a move, shooting wide. Chargers into the high slot. Has a look at the goal, can't get the shot off. Off the glass, but not out. On the blue line, not over it. Now Kirkwood gets it out, but it goes all the way for icing. Look at the scoreboard there. So shots were close early, but you can see Kirkwood more than doubling up the Chargers now. 20-9 on the shots, leading 3-1 with 6:35 left to go in the second period. They have really ramped up the possession and pressure here. As Sam lining up on the wrong side. Now he gets right. And here comes Sam breaking through. A little bobble in the back line. And the goalie does keep it out. Very impressive work by the Chargers goalie here tonight. Keeping this thing close and not out of hand. Kirkwood is working hard, really ramping up the pressure here in the second period, but they exploded for those 2 goals at the end of the first. Have not been able to crack the code here in the second. Trying to center, stepping up his leg, shooting, scoring! Blake Warfel! A snipe from the face-off circle. He had all day to sit there and pick his spot. And boy, did he pick a good one. He rips it in for Kirkwood's fourth goal of the game. Pushing their lead to 3 at 4-1. Chargers trying to win the puck back. Now David skating with urgency, and it slides to the goal and under the glove for the goal. David Kukla will get that one. A bit of a soft goal for all the good work by the goalie tonight. That was pretty much a gift for Kirkwood, and you can see they're wearing that one. You shouldn't hang your head because the goalie has played so well tonight. He really doesn't deserve that one. It was just a weak little, you can't even really call it a shot from David there, as it slipped away from him. Now another shot coming in, blockered away. So for all that good work the goalie has done, gives up 2 quick ones, one very soft. As we've got a stick stuck in the boards back there. I don't know if you can see that, but a stick got wedged in the boards. Can't say I've seen that one before. As here is Liam sending it out to neutral ice. Chargers skating it back in. Easily off the pads for Rory. Chargers shoot it back towards goal. It goes behind the net. Bodie skating it out. Up ahead. That's Jaden. Shot coming in. Sticked away. Rory's got the rebound too. It's behind the goal. Wrap around into the crease. Still loose. Liam's on it, and now we've got a penalty. So Kirkwood goes back into the box. That's Aiden Lamb, his 3rd penalty of the game. I don't know what the tournament rules are about that, but there's a chance a 4th penalty against Aiden could affect his eligibility for the championship game, as Aiden takes his 3rd penalty of this contest. I know if you stack too many penalties in a game, is now you can see them working on the stick in the corner. It is wedged in there good. Had to leave it in the middle of live play. Now they do get it back. But yes, Aiden taking his 3rd penalty. Like I said, I'm not certain of the rules, but I know he's starting to get into danger territory for missing the championship if he were to take any more penalties tonight. As it's back to Blake on the penalty kill here. Gavin gets a stick to it in the low slot. Now skating it out, passing it out. Past his teammate to the end boards. No icing here, as Chargers will try to get their power play going. Skating, turning the corner on the defense. Hard in on goal. Rory is there. For all the praise that I've given the Chargers goalie, Rory has played a spectacular game herself, looking very solid after the first 2 games of this tournament haven't exactly gone the way she's wanted. A lot of goals scored by her opponents these first 2 games. She is buttoning things up very well here tonight. Only the 1 goal allowed, and several key stops back there. As Bryson skating through, puck sneaks away from him, he tracks it down. Gavin holding it in at the point, sending it back down low. Chargers behind their own goal, David on the forecheck. Passing it out on the breakout. Meeting resistance at center ice. That's Blake and Bryson. As Chargers send it in deep. Gavin chases it behind his own goal. Looking for the exit pass. He finds Bryson up along the far boards. Now David was skating in, missed the puck. Chargers come the other way. Making a move into the slot. Defense does its job. Blake now skating it out for Kirkwood. David looking for a pass. Gets it to the other side. Gavin down to Bryson, backdoor. That's David Kukla. Backdoor rebound, gets his second goal of the game. Bryson doing the work on the other side of the ice, getting it to goal. Rebound bounces favorably to David. He earned that one. First one was really soft as it snuck under the goalie's glove. This one, well earned, right place, right time, and buries the chance on the back post. As Jacob passes it out, misses the mark. Chargers send it the other way. Back to Bodie, skating behind his own goal. Makes a move. David's got it again. Coming up the ice with Sam and Bryson. Chargers turn it right back over to Jacob. Chargers shooting from the top of the face-off circle. That's blocked. Bodie backhands it out to center ice. David's got the puck with Bryson with him. Jacob supports the play. Sam keeps it in. Jacob dumps it in deep. David chases it to the other corner as it wraps around the boards. Now Sam holds the line. Chargers looking for the exit. They find it. And now in behind. Skating in on goal, circling around, and falls down on the shot. Had it open, look at net there. Wrapping around. Jacob comes in to keep it out. He skates it up himself. Gains the blue line. Shooting from the face-off circle. He scores! Jacob Schultz wearing the captain C tonight. He scores his third goal of the season. Had started out slow on the score sheet this year, but he's really heating up now with 3 goals in the last 4 games. Won the puck in the defensive zone, skated it end to end all by himself, found an opening in the face-off circle and ripped it into the goal. And the 7-1 scoreline means Kirkwood should feel very good about its championship chances now, whether they need the goal differential or not. As we wind down the second period here. 5 seconds left. Chargers going behind their own goal. Clock runs out on period number 2. So many tournaments will stop the scoreboard at a 5-goal margin. We do have the 7 goals on the board for Kirkwood, a 6-goal differential. As we've talked through a couple times now, we don't know what's happening between Chesterfield and the Rockets on the other rink right now. Okay, I'm getting an update from the stands. I'm told it's 3-0 Rockets. So in that case, if that score holds, the goal differential in this game will not matter because a win by the Rockets would move them to 3-0 and keep Chesterfield with only 1 win, which means a win here from Kirkwood would put them clearly ahead of Chesterfield for the 2nd spot in the championship. If that game were to turn around, if Chesterfield rallies, that's when the goal differential over here starts to matter. But it seems like in either scenario, Kirkwood is sitting pretty now, up 7-1. no matter what happens on the other sheet. Gotta keep playing all 3 periods though. Can't let off the gas here because we have seen how quickly these games can turn around. As Jacob goes behind his own goal, Bodie now wraps it up the boards. Held in at the point by the Chargers, bouncing it behind the goal. Bodie backhands it up to Leo. Chargers come in on the pinch, hold the line, slap shot, off a skate. That was Bryson, now Bodie passing it up ahead to Will. It goes all the way to the end boards. Wrapping it around through the crease, all the way to Jacob on the other side. Not sure what that shot hit, but it bounced hard off of something. Puck does sneak across the blue line. Jacob's got to wait for his teammates to get onside. Now he dumps it in behind the goal. Will skating in through the face-off circle. Puck trickles to the goalie. Bryson fans on a shot, and Chargers skate it out. Puck now all the way behind Rory. Bodie is there, battling 2 Chargers in the corner. Now Bryson comes in to help. Bryson winnings the puck, skating it out, passing it up ahead to Jacob. Jacob's got it, switches it over to Will. Will loading up a wrister, sends it easily into the glove for the Charger goalie. We were watching the opening of the Blues game before coming up here to Chesterfield, and we saw Will Dunbar walking into Enterprise, and we're very confused at what he was doing downtown as Kirkwood gets another goal here. Is that a hat trick for David Kukla? His 3rd goal of the game. So David Kukla completes the hat trick. I incorrectly called his name on the first goal of the game. That was actually Jaden, but undeterred by the missed call by his dad, David goes on to score 3 of his own goals as Rory had to stretch out with the blocker there to keep that one out. And David skates it up through the defense, looking for more, passing it. He had Sam on the back post. David giving up the shot at a 4th goal, making the pass to Sam, wide open on the back door. Misses the mark though, and they cannot get another goal. Chargers passing it up the boards. Liam keeping it in and shooting. David gets to it. Sam dumps it in deep. Makes a move. Skating it up. Stopped by Blake at center ice. David grabs the puck. Sam can't hold it in, and he sends it back in off sides. So like I was saying, we were watching the Blues game. We see Will Dunbar walking into Enterprise. We're like, what is going on? He's supposed to be in Chesterfield in an hour. Look at the RSVPs on Sports Engine. Sure enough, it says he's coming to the game. We're scratching our heads like, why is Will downtown at the Blues game? Come here to Maryville, and he's one of the first through the door for Kirkwood. We show him the video. David took a video of our TV showing that footage of Will walking into Enterprise. Apparently, it was footage from a previous game they used to open tonight's telecast. But that was a little funny moment there. It clearly was Will had the backwards Kirkwood hat and everything. But they were using B-roll footage from a previous game and had us all fooled on that one. As Will, there he is, indeed on the ice for Kirkwood, skating in deep on the forecheck. Jaden making a move through center ice. Passing it, picked off. Here comes Jackson scoring. So Jaden making a pass that was picked off. His brother Jackson comes in, taking it right back and shooting it into the goal. Now 9-1 Kirkwood. I am surprised to see the scoreboard still counting all the goals. Usually they run the clock at this point and turn the goals off at a 5-goal differential. As Gavin holds the line. Over to Blake, he rips a shot. Hard off the backboards. Kirkwood centering it to Liam. That was Jaden behind the goal. Finding his center, Liam Gale in front of the crease. Goalie does well to keep it out. So the clock is running. 6:15 left in the game. Sam gathers it. Chargers looking for the exit. Turning it over. Now they get it out. Sam Hughes skating forward. Centering it, nice block with the stick by the defenseman. Laying out to break that one up. Sam will try again. Nobody home on the back post for Kirkwood. Blake wraps it around behind the goal. Gavin in on the pinch. Blake holds the line. Sam steals it back. Skates into the corner, looks for a pass that is blocked. David in deep, loses the puck. Chargers can't get it out. Gavin, deep pinch. Gavin in behind the goal. It's a defenseman now. Out to Blake. Shot is partially blocked. David gets it in. To Bryson for the goal. So Kirkwood doing a good job there on that shift, holding the line, keeping the possession alive, and their hard work is paid off with the goal. As David gets a stick to it in the slot. Over to Bryson, who buries the chance. Now double digits for Kirkwood, 10-1. Leading shots 31-11. This game started out closely contested. Lowry boys hooked up for a goal early. Jackson setting up Jaden. Chargers did answer back rather quickly. Made it 1-1 as Kirkwood gets another shot on goal. It's loose in the crease and into the goal. Looks like they're dapping up Will Dunbar for that one. Not at the Blues game, not at Enterprise downtown. Indeed, skating for Kirkwood here and scoring the 11th goal of the game. But yes, Chargers did answer Kirkwood's first goal with their only goal of the game, equalizing it 1-1. And for much of that first period, this game was very tight. Shots were close. Chargers were actually leading shots early, had extended power play time, including a long 5-on-3 for exactly a minute's time, followed by another half a minute of 5-on-4. And it looked like this thing was going to be close. Kirkwood got 2 quick goals very late, including Liam Gale beating the buzzer by a second left on the clock at the end of the first period. That was 2 goals right at the end of the period, making it 3-1. So it looked like a 1-1 game heading into the first break. And now Kirkwood had a little 2-on-1 there, didn't have a ton of urgency, and that one breaks up. But yeah, what would have been a tie game at the first break became 3-1 in a moment, just in a blink of the eye. 1-1 turned into 3-1, and then from that point on, it has been all Kirkwood Stars, including a hat trick from David. I was even commenting early in this one how well the Chargers goalie was playing to keep it close. It stayed at 3-1 for quite a while, deep into the second period, as that Chargers goalie was just playing rather incredibly, just under heavy fire and heavy pressure from Kirkwood, save after save to keep it 3-1, but then gave up a very soft goal to David, as it wasn't even really a shot. Puck just slid, what should have been an easy cover, under the glove and into the goal, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. The floodgates really opened after that one, and it's been all Kirkwood ever since. Now 11-1 Stars, as they will secure a spot in the championship game regardless of how the Rockets-Falcons game ends up on the other rink. It was 3-0 Rockets earlier, so Kirkwood looks like they will get the rematch with the Rockets that they want, dropping the first game of this Veterans Cup to those Rockets last night here in this building. They want a chance at revenge. They want that rematch in the championship game, and I think they are going to get it. That will be 12:20 puck drop tomorrow afternoon at Pacific. It was end-to-end action in the second period, Rockets versus the Stars here last night. Just high-octane hockey for the whole period. And Kirkwood gets the big win that they needed to punch their ticket to that championship game. 11-1 Kirkwood against the Northwest Chargers from Mount Prospect in the Chicagoland area. We will have to keep an eye on this handshake line. I was told that at the end of the game earlier today, Liam Gale took a punch to the head in this handshake line. I wasn't really watching closely. I didn't see it, but apparently my video captured it. For anyone who wants to go back and look at that one. Coach Warfel tipping me off on it. Says you have to watch it closely. It's not super obvious, but looks like it's all clean here at this handshake, despite the lopsided scoreline. But get ready for Rockets versus Stars rematch in the championship game tomorrow at 12:20. The Veterans Cup final. The first one was a fun one, even though it was a loss for Kirkwood. It was a very fun game to watch and call. Lots of action. We're gonna have to watch out for the speed of the Rockets. They looked very dangerous on the front line. Every time their forwards created a turnover in the neutral zone, they turned on the Jets immediately and were off and running And that speed at the forward line caused a lot of problems for Kirkwood. High scoring game, 6-4. Kirkwood will need to make some adjustments to account for that speed. I think the Rockets caught them off guard. These teams played earlier in the year, preseason scrimmage. Kirkwood handled that one easily, 4-1. Although I will say the scrimmage was closer than that 4-1 scoreline indicates. Was pretty closely contested until Kirkwood got a couple goals late. But I think they were feeling a little bit too comfortable, too confident after that 4-1 victory. Round 2 against the Rockets did not go anywhere near the same way, as the Rockets really blitzed the Stars. Won that game 6-4, gave Kirkwood its second loss of the season, and now Kirkwood will get its chance at revenge with the rematch in the Veterans Cup Championship tomorrow, 12:20 from Pacific. We'll have it here on KSPN as we say goodbye from Maryville University Hockey Center.